If you're listening to this, I got a retreat coming up, October 13th. That is, the whole theme is your dreams are for you. This retreat is for you. I got speakers flying in from all over the country. Headliner Todd Durkin, he was Drew Brees' trainer, CEO, motivational speaker all over the country. He's going to knock it out of the park. If you need some energy, if you need some inspiration, if you're stuck in a rut, this is for you.
Work it all speak for itself. Grinding in silence, ain't nothing to tell. When we step on the court, we gon' bring it to light. And we stop and pop like we caught it a light. Stop asking what's wrong with me. You already know there's a dog in me. Yeah, there's no stopping my focus, man. Make sure all my people gon' ball with me. Yeah, I came to compete, I'm a dog with it. Yeah, I came to compete with my paws in it.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Compete Mentality Podcast. The Compete Mentality Podcast exists to motivate, educate, and inspire you guys to compete. Our definition of competing is doing what God is calling you to do, even when it's hard. And if it's your first time here, welcome. My name is Jordan Delks, JD, your podcast host, and I'm so fired up to be here with you today. If you're a faithful listener, I'm grateful from the bottom of my heart to be with you each and every week here on this platform. And I want to dive in today in recapping my summer training with some of Purdue basketball's best players and some of Purdue basketball's most inspiring players. And I learned so much from training these high-achieving individuals. And in the scriptures, it says, let no one look down on your youth. So whether you're in high school, whether you're in college, whether you're in middle school, I want to encourage you that you have a platform, that you have an impact, that you shine a light to others around you, no matter what their age are, whether they're your same age, whether they're younger than you, or whether they're older than you. And I want to tell you guys about what makes these players special and what I learned from training them this summer. I'm going to go through them and calling them out one by one. And the first player I want to talk to you about is my boy Mason Gillis. Mason Gillis from Newcastle, Indiana. And he's an excellent player for Purdue University. Mason and I have been through a lot. He's a mindset training client of mine, and we've been through the ups and downs of life together, locking arms as brothers. And what I learned from training Mason and what makes him special is we've identified his superpower. And that's part of my process when training players is like helping players identify who they are, knowing their identity. And he told me one day, I'll never forget it, that what makes him special is that he has the ability to get through hard stuff. Like, he knows that about himself. How cool is that? Like, his superpower is to get through hard things. And so that makes him the leader that he is. Every single time I put him through a workout, put him through drills, like, he embraces the hard things. So how much can we take away from that? Of what you're going through right now, can you embrace it? Can you use it? Mason literally uses the hard things to propel him to grow. And that's why this guy just keeps growing and growing and growing. The next player I want to talk about is Trey Kaufman Ren. I love Trey Kaufman Ren. He's from Berg, Indiana. Small town, just like me. We both grew up in small towns. And Trey has this desire to learn and this desire to go deep. Do you have a desire to learn and a desire to go deep? The great players that I train, and Trey Kaufman is a great player, have a desire to continuously learn and to go deep in singular focuses. Trey Kaufman Ren wants to be the best basketball player he can become. Do you want to go deep in what you do? Do you want to, or are you spread wide and thin and shallow? We're not called to go wide, thin, and shallow, all right? We're called to go singular focused and go deep. And that is when people will see greatness come out of you. So I'm asking you here right now, what 2 to 3 things right now can you eliminate from your life that are distracting you from greatness? Think about that right now. Do an audit right now. Trey Kaufman Ren has a continuous love for learning and a desire to go deep. And I love my conversations with Trey Kaufman Ren before the workouts and after workouts are the best. Going out to eat together, that is my favorite by far greater than the workout. Watch out for Trey Kaufman Ren this year. I want to talk about Will Berg for Purdue University next. Will Berg, man, he's got a positive demeanor about him that rubs off on you. He's just, every single time I train him, he's positive. Like, you can just feel it. And I want to encourage you guys today that energy is transferred. I call this your center of influence. I want you to ask yourself right now, the 5 people that I'm around the most, are they positive individuals? Are they impacting me in a positive way? So maybe you're in a cubicle right now and you're working and the person next to you is negative. And you're feeling that negative energy rub off on you each and every day. You need to switch up where you're working. Okay? You need to get around somebody else that's going to be positive to you, because maybe your roommate is a negative person. You need to switch roommates. Okay? Because energy is transferred. All right? Will Berg has a positive energy each and every time I'm around him. He's just positive. He's positive. He's positive. And I love that about Will Berg. I want to talk about Chase Martin. Chase Martin, man, this is my dude. He plays for Purdue University as well. And what makes him special is his ability, when he comes into work, he's extremely focused. Like, he's here to work and he's here to get better. Like, he knows his why. All right? So I love my conversations with Chase Martin in our mindset and in our skill set at the barn each and every week. And Chase Martin has dreams. He knows where he's going, and he's extremely focused on getting there. Are you focused in your life? Or are you kind of being like tossed around by the wind and the waves and the shifting sands of life, and you don't have a solid foundation? The thing about Chase Martin, he's got a solid foundation in who he is and where he's going. I want to challenge you guys there. What's your foundation? Do you know who you are? I have a process in my mindset training that we develop is a true north statement for your life. All right? Your true north statement. This is who you are. This is where you're going. This is the foundation of your life. I want to help you create a solid foundation in your life. Reach out to me. This is what I'm here for. Hit me up. You know where to find me. Social media, website, my cell phone, whatever. Hit me up. I want to help you develop a solid foundation to where you're going in life, just like Chase Martin. Chase Martin is going places because he knows who he is. He knows his identity, and he has a solid foundation. I want to talk to you about Jayla Smith and Laisha Petrie. I worked them out at the beginning of the summer, and I absolutely loved training these highly talented individuals for Purdue women's basketball. And the thing I learned from training them was the power of camaraderie. Like, these two just fed off each other the entire workout, and how important it is to be in community with good people. Do you have somebody that you're locking arms with? Do you have a good teammate that you're locking arms with? Or do you have the people around you, are they bringing you down? Jayla and Laisha, they just fed off each other. And I just saw the power. We had such a great workout when we trained together because of the energy in the room, because of the encouragement that they gave each other. So I want you to look yourself in the mirror today. Am I being a good teammate to others? Am I bringing others up? Am I an energy giver, or am I an energy taker? And I kind of want to wrap this podcast up by talking about, I've been doing a lot of speaking gigs recently for teams, and talking about what the compete mentality is and the power of the mind and the spirit. And I was talking to the Benton Central volleyball team the other day. They're having an unbelievable season. They haven't lost a game. They're undefeated 20-0 when I'm talking to them. And what I saw about that team, when I walked in there, it was just awesome. I had goosebumps. The hair on my arm stood up as soon as I started speaking with these girls. They had their journals out. They had their notebooks out, and they're looking me in the eye, giving me positive affirmation while I'm speaking. And that just fired me up. I know they brought me in to fire them up, and I hope I did that for them. I know I did that for them. But I want to tell them right now that they fired me up by just the way they listened to me. I remember when I was a manager for Coach Painter, he used to say all the time in practice that listening is a skill set that you can develop, that one needs to develop. And they were active listeners. If you can listen and take something and apply it to your life, you're on an upward trajectory the rest of your life and growing day by day. But if you can't listen to people, man, if you can't listen on the day-to-day and you can't listen to advice, you're never going to be able to grow. You got a pretty fixed trajectory. So, I want to encourage you guys here today. Have a growth mindset. Don't have a fixed mindset. And that is what I learned from training these amazing young men and women for Purdue men's and women's basketball this offseason. And I can't wait to see what's in store for both of these teams. And whatever walk you're at in life, we can learn something from these amazing young men and women. Whether you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, teens, all right? Check these players out this year because their light is shining so very brightly. And I can't wait to see the positive impact that they're going to have on their teams and their communities around them. So, my challenge to you listeners here on the Compete Mentality podcast here is, are you having a positive impact on those around you by what you do? These amazing young men and women through Purdue men's and women's basketball are having a positive impact through their craft of basketball. What's your craft? Are you trying to be the best at it? Are you singular focused and going deep, or are you spread wide and thin and shallow? Do you need to eliminate some things from your plate right now? 2 to 3 things right now to help you get focused on being great. Greatness is for you. You are called to be great. Greatness is inside of you. You have to believe it. You have to level up your self-worth. You got to believe you're worthy of your dreams. And I'm here to tell you right now, the Compete Mentality podcast, that your dreams are for you. That your dreams are not a joke or a hallucination. That you have got to dig deep. You got to double down on taking care of your mind, body, and spirit every single day. And when you do this, watch your reality around you change. But it's not until you say, hey, you know what? I'm drawing a line in the sand. My life's going to look different. I'm going to work from a place of rest. I'm not going to live as the world tells me to live. I'm not going to live based on the affirmations from other people and the opinions of others. I'm not going to be a slave to that no more. My confidence comes from within. So whatever you're doing today, double down on yourself. Compete. Competing. Do what God calls you to do, even when it's hard. Day in, day out. If you're listening to this, I got a retreat coming up, October 13th. That is, the whole theme is your dreams are for you. This retreat is for you. I got speakers flying in from all over the country. Headliner Todd Durkin, he was Drew Brees' trainer, CEO, motivational speaker all over the country. He's going to knock it out of the park. If you need some energy, if you need some inspiration, if you're stuck in a rut, this is for you. I got speakers from all over the state and background and industry, from sports, business, ministry, pastors coming in to fire you guys up. This retreat will change your life. For $149, go to our website. Sign up today. It's from 9:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. Friday, October 13th. And this community is going to be unbelievable. There's going to be energy and synergy in the room that is going to knock you off your feet. You got to come and you got to be ready to grow. I'm talking to the person right now who said, you know what, mediocrity is not for me. I want to be great. I'm talking to the person right now who's in a rut. This retreat will get you out of this rut. I'm here to the person who wants to learn and dive deeper into their purpose and realize their purpose on this earth is, and get a singular focus and to realize that you are one of one. There is never a person before you. There'll never be a person again after you. You have a purpose. That's what this retreat is all about. Maximizing your potential, maximizing your life in all areas of life. This is for you. Go to our website, competetrainingacademy.org. Sign up for this retreat today to change your life. And always go about your life competing. Do what God calls you to do, even when it's hard.